see how there's a habit of tending to you as if I'm looking for some gesture of validation that it's fine to feel this.
Good to notice that, and then
Mm.
just see what is if there's a cost to looking through that, and if it is, what is it, and is it possible just to rest here together and meet as the beloved? I mean, it's good to inquire, yeah, just to see what something creeps up. I mean, to me, when it shifts like this and it takes on a sweetness and a beauty, it's a whole different vibe.
Mm.
Yeah, that we both notice and feel. So.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Great. So,
Thank you.
thank you. Good.
Can you speak? Yes, I see you.
Yes. See me?
I'm activated about the theme, but now it's time to speak about. So yesterday evening, my partner came with one old habit which I can't take. It really influenced my whole being. And then I'm out of meeting the moment as the beloved. Because I was activated, I can see this. I tried a lot. Also to stay with me. It's not my business. And now the question comes, love can say no. But where's he? Where's me? There is no other. I'm totally
Yeah. All
helpless.
you know is that an activation happened, and
Yes.
that once an activation happens, like the intelligence moves to come out of it in whatever way it can, especially if it's a deep touch. The system will move into fight, flight, or freeze. It'll move into trying to figure it out. It'll, a whole
Yes.
bunch
Yes.
of
Yes.
things start to happen. Yeah, it's like, and in those movements, it always appears very personal.
Yes.
and the mind makes up meaning around it. It's personal to me, whatever conclusion it comes to. If he does that, he can't really love me. If he does that, doesn't respect me. And. Yeah. Okay.
You got me.
Well, because I just know how it functions in me, you know?
Yeah, same in me.
Yeah. It does its thing, and it doesn't want to rest. It just kind of likes to chew on itself again and again, and it doesn't. Somehow it's like a dog with a bone. It just digs into it and it gets busy with it. It wants to come out of it, but in ways it can never come out of it, basically.
Come on. Yes.
So a touch happens. Okay.
Yeah.
We know it'll pass. We know we didn't ask for it. Just out of the blue it comes. And we know that almost immediately our system is in resistance and wants to get away. And all the energy from then on is all about getting away. It's not about, okay, here, there's a touch. And that's why, in my experience, if it's a strong touch, it almost always needs another nervous system, because on our own, it just loops and loops and loops and loops. And every time it loops, the chemicals get fired up again, and it doesn't feel good. And
Another
like
nervous system in this moment, in that
already
moment.
and already at this now, since we've been
Mm.
speaking, your system has quietened down a lot.
Mm.
And we haven't done anything to fix it or change
Mm.
it, just having connection, someone that knows and sees and doesn't have a judgment about it. It's just, okay, the activation happens. It's okay. Don't have to solve it, don't have to fix it. You're not broken. The other person isn't. They're just doing what they're doing, and activation happens.
But the mind tells me you can't live with this any longer.
Yes, of course. And not only
In
can't
that
live with
moment.
this, you can't live with it now, and also it projects a whole future of living with it for years and years and years. And so now it becomes such a big deal. And it's how it works in all of us the same way. And then there's activation. If someone speaks to you about, but what about unconditional love? What about meeting the moment of the beloved? You'll just say, oh, piss off, man. I can't live with this. This is terrible.
Right.
I'm not interested in unconditional love because
I am, but
I
not
first have
possible.
to solve this.
Yes. Yes.
Let's just go to gallery view for a moment, Veresha. How many people recognize this in their own lives and how it plays? Okay, see, there's some honest people around.
Some, yes.
I should raise my hand also, yeah. So okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So just reckon the touch.
Say again.
So just reckon the touch.
Don't know if you can make up any decision for
Oh,
the future. Just right here, right now. How is it? Oh, so then what do you want to carry till for the next time? This is funny. The mind is so beautiful. It
do you
really
think
wants
so?
to help. It wants to help. It's just
Yeah. It wants to help. Yes.
sweet, yeah.
Yes.
And so coming back now, because it's not as existential anymore, just coming back and just describe the sensations that you feel at this moment, just gently.
So it's starting to dance again.
Yeah, but just whatever's left of that touch.
Other touch.
Yeah. And just as you just speaking about it, watching if it's possible to speak about it, but also keep your attention with awareness, not just totally, like in.
The balance point, you mean?
Yeah, the balance point. Yes, a good old balance point. Where do you feel in your body and what do you feel?
Some excitement in the solar plexus.
Yes, I feel that.
Yeah. Feel my legs again, my
Oh,
feet. My heart.
yeah. And just explain. Touch itself. What is it? What's going on there? It's like,
Hmm. Hmm. It's a pain in the heart, maybe.
yeah, a pain in the heart. Yeah, just going a little deeper. What's happening in that? That's like,
Now the mind tries to help.
yeah, Just get to
Says
notice.
old
Just, but
childhood pain,
yeah. So,
not to
but
be
just
seen, heard.
yeah. So maybe childhood pain, but doesn't matter. Just see if you can drop into it and just get a sense of what's happening there. It's like just gently, not allowing it to the mind, just feeling into it. See, this kind of inquiry can only
So
happen
some
when it's quietened down a bit. As long as the system is trying to make sure it never happens again or get away from it, or it cannot inquire like this.
there was some kind of overwhelming
Yeah,
feeling.
something.
Thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and just drop in. Just let it show itself a little bit more. Just okay.
No sadness comes.
So, of course.
And release. Mm. Mm. And some kind of gratefulness, and this can show
Sure.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah, beauty.
And the idea of holding myself. I know you are holding me, but
Yeah, yeah, of
yeah,
course. Yeah, cool. Yeah, just the fact that you raised your hand and said, "Look, I would love presence here." It's exposing yourself in a vulnerable, honest way. It's beautiful. It's big, you know.
it's big, especially with my beloved in the background. It's
Mm,
really big for me.
mm, yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much, Isaac. Wow, this was a
Thank you,
big one.
Horatio. Yeah,
Mm.
beauty.
And all, and all. Mm.
Sandra.
Hello, Isaac and everyone.
Hey.
Isaac, yesterday there was also a deep touching, that deep touch happening in this system, and the balance point then, of course, was completely lost, and I
Yeah, I
think there
understand.
is some residue left, and I just would love to stay with this balance point and meet it, and of course to stay in the moment.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Just very gently tell me what you notice as we rest together. What are the movements? What are the sensations? If you feel to, if it's possible.
Yeah, I knew that it was about taking it personal and having the feeling that what I have to give is repelled, pushed back.
Mm.
And especially the feeling of when I want to give love or just let it flow,
Mm.
that pulled back. And I literally was cutting into my thumb yesterday, just when that happened, and seeing what happens then in this system is that it hurts itself, it makes itself small, and just after what opened up in the online retreat, seeing that something tries to dim the light down, of who I really am. That was causing really so much physical pain yesterday. There was really the feeling I cannot bear it. It was so much, but it got already a lot till this morning. And
and how beautiful that we can spend a few moments and just be in this.
yeah,
I remember a few years ago when I was going through a very nasty divorce, and I couldn't see my kids. I didn't know when I'd see them again. I was losing this dream house that I'd built. I was losing a center that I'd built from the ground. And my beloved was, with such a lot of hate and all this stuff going on. It's like I had a friend that I could call, and it was before the days of Skype and stuff. We'd just sit on the phone and he didn't talk, but something, just having someone there that I knew was quiet, my system would calm down. And I was so grateful.
yeah. I mean, it's so precious. I mean, already this morning, just sitting with you and you all, just I could feel how it's calmed down. And just before there was, when we sitting together with you, there was this feeling of, no, never ever again. This light doesn't want to be pushed down anymore. It's like it's so beautiful, and it's like, I mean, it's like the sun is shining, and some people saying, wow, how beautiful, and how beautiful this light and the warmth. And some people just saying, oh, it's too much, I want to go to the shadow. But it's not personal. None of it is personal, but it's so beautiful to feel this light, this sun, this love, this yeah, all of it. And it feels like being on one hand so vulnerable, and on the other hand so it's so powerful. It's like both in the same time.
And then once the flow starts to happen, we can start enjoying how love caresses itself and kisses itself. Then it's just.
And maybe it will lose this balance point 1,000 of times, but it will come back 1,000 of times. Or
Exactly. Yes.
and it's so okay. And thank you so much.
Oh, beauty. Just beauty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Great to be here again.
Yes.
Thank you, Sandra, what you said. Same to me. I think something happened when you spoke with Veresha. So respect is also my theme in the moment with my partner. And I would like that this calms down more and can release more. But it was like a kick. How is that happening? So I'm always think something must change. So we have to speak together, and there must be something that that heals like this, because one wound comes after the next, and
You
never
know,
it calms
it's
really
so
down.
it's so funny. You know, the moment in our mind we in a relationship, just looking through that lens, that filter, yeah.
Mm.
Have you ever lived in a house with housemates?
No,
Never.
in India.
In India, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it was
So
only a short time.
yeah, but when we live with, like in a situation like that, we don't have the same charge as when we looking through the filter. This is my partner. Something happens just in that. It's interesting, yeah? Because suddenly there's identification. My partner. Without that, it's different, yeah. I don't know how to say it, yeah.
You mean there is more distance?
Much more, yeah. There's no identification. What does it mean if they don't listen to us, if they don't like what we like? None of it really matters, yeah? But when they're my partner, I mean, that was the funny thing I noticed for me when I was so-called in relationship. It really mattered who that person spoke to, who they made love to, how they spent their money, how they spent their time. But then, you know, you so-called break up, and after a while, you don't care who they sleep with, what they do with their money, how they spend their time. Have you had that experience? You're with someone, and everything they do, you micromanage. It's important. I'm curious. I want to go to gallery view for a second. I want to see if anyone else has had that experience. When you, and then when after you've Finished with it, it doesn't matter. They can do what they like. So just looking through that view, my partner, all that stuff then is so important, yeah?
Mm.
Isn't it? And the
Yeah,
moment you
it is.
remove that view, it doesn't matter again anymore. It's just like, okay, they're free. They can do what they like. So why not remove that prison to begin with, just now? It's an idea only, yeah? They're a free being. You're a free being. You enjoy each other when you enjoy each other. You don't enjoy when you don't enjoy. But you're not stuck. Now we together now till we get old, because that's very romantic to get old together, yeah?
So Isaac, we don't stay in one house together. We are married since 10 years, but we have our own flat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
With
So
this,
it's
to
just
have
it's just
control.
playing a little bit to see how the mind functions.
Yeah.
See, what does marriage mean? You see, and you've heard me make this joke many times, but I like it, so I'll tell it again. You know, people
Yeah,
get
yeah.
married. They say, "No, I marry you in sickness and health and good times and bad times, through thick and thin, through everything, or until I change my mind."
Once you said, or I find another person like
Or
this.
whatever, yeah. So it's just like,
I know
or
that,
you
yeah.
change your mind, then I'm going. Then you've destroyed my life, and it's like, well, I've destroyed your life. It's like, but it's funny, eh? These are the ideas only, yeah. So it's good in some way, to have a bit of a sense of humor. You see, wow, okay, I'm married. What does that mean? So just for fun, just
I must say, Isaac,
10 things now, just for fun. I'm married. What does that mean? The first 10 things you can think of.
somebody is on my side who I can trust.
Okay, someone's on my side I can trust. Keep going. That's number one. And I'm counting now.
He would take care about me when I feel ill like this.
Okay.
We like to have fun together and stay close with holidays and plan together nice things, and we can trust that what we plan will happen. So I don't know the English words. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we can make plans together.
Now the families, both of the families, there is contact. You feel like in a group.
Okay, so you have a sense of belonging.
Mm. So how many things we have now?
That's 4 so far.
Oh, and how many you want more?
10.
Oh. Now comes the sexuality. So I can be sure, or there is a deep like commitment there is no other person, and you can trust me in this.
Okay.
And
That's
when
number
there
5.
would happen something, I don't know.
Okay, that's
So,
number 5. Okay, good.
yeah. Number 6, maybe with money, it's clear. So we have been always at our own because we work each other, and we have. But you have the how is that called?
Some security. That
Yeah,
maybe if you come in hard times, he would help you. Yeah.
Yeah, this also.
Or you would help
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Like this. And it's also you meet each other, so some energy fits. So you have the feeling I something fits with the energy. So that is
Okay.
nice. That
Okay.
how I can say in German it's like Topf und Deckel. So pot and the top of the pot like this. There's something that fits, and in the depths you feel good to the person. You want that he feels good, and when you are together. That is caretaking also, and some warm love.
So you need to be married for all of this, right? Without
No,
marriage,
not at all. No, not. But it's nice. How I can say.
you see, look, when I look, can you be sure that that person is going to take care of you if you're feeling sick? Can you be sure?
No, you never can be sure with
You
nothing.
never can be sure.
But maybe that's the promise.
That's
When
the
you
promise.
marry,
Okay. That's the promise.
so
Yeah.
the
Unless I
other.
change my mind. Yeah. Yeah. So we get some sense of security, some sense of belonging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some sense of company, if and when we want it. Sexuality, a guaranteed source.
The guarantee of what?
A guaranteed source of sexuality. If I really want sexuality, I can go and ask. I want to. It's not guaranteed, but
Yeah. So
yeah.
things, body.
Body needs. Yeah.
Yeah, body needs, or that the body feels nice. So touching and all these things. Yeah, this is a good point.
It's like.
And Isaac, I must say, you know my structure.
Yeah.
That as little child, my mother left me very early and comes again, and I didn't recognize her. Now I have this thing when somebody left me, I this deep, afraid. Oh, this English word. It's like I have to die. It's in my system, and also when I recognize it, the same activation happens. And it's to marry this man mean for me this afraidness also is there, but there is something that comes in this point down. So it's not so strong. So it's, I won't trust him like this, or I can trust him more. So yeah, and I cannot say it's a mistake to marry, but I know
No,
what
no,
you
I'm
mean.
not.
So
I'm
in
not.
this
I'm just. We're
moment
just
when
exploring together. We're just looking to see like, how many years have we known each other?
since 94.
94, for a few years, yeah. And
25, more than 20.
we didn't make any agreements. We didn't make
No.
any commitments. We just have a common interest that we meet again and again. That's it, simple, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. But when we make agreements to try and get security, community, something interesting happens. What happens? Let's just look together, yeah? Not right or wrong or good or bad.
Yeah, all that things that we spoke about, that it can get clumsy, it can get that you control your partner. And for me, it's a very big thing to feel controlled by the partner.
Yeah.
So who?
Mm.
So I am like a horse. I need my place where I can go back, where I feel secure, but I need a lot of
Freedom.
freedom, yeah. So this is not so easy to bring together
No. Yeah.
with somebody who, no, I don't know. We all have the same problems between freedom and security like this.
That's why we're just looking together. Is there such a thing as security? Or does that only exist in our mind?
At the end, not.
It's not. Okay, good. Just to see that. You know, I love, I mean, I always like to see things like from a sense of humor. And I see, before when I've gone into a relationship and I took security where there really wasn't any. And then when the relationship was finished, I had to pay back all the security I took with interest. So it was devastating because it wasn't real, yeah?
Yeah, you cannot control the other person.
And you cannot control life. You don't know, everyone has an appointment with death. You don't know when they have to go. We just don't know, yeah. So then the question is it possible to meet without an idea of how it has to be, what we think it is, and we meet fresh? Is that possible? Maybe, maybe not.
Here it's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
Here it's possible. You have to leave all your wounds behind and all your
All the
conditions.
ideas, and the wounds are only ideas.
At the end, yes.
Yes.
There are the buttons,
Mm.
there are the wounds. And here is nothing.
Mm. Yeah. And this resting in this nothing, as this nothing, is so beautiful.
How is that possible, what you said about your friend? What is doing there that you need another person?
It's just what I've seen is like when there's a big activation, the automatic unconscious is to try and change it, fix it, get away from it, make sure it never happens again. And those movements always make it worse, but only every single time. And they don't work. They work in a way to make it worse, that's all. But when it's looping and it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, just when you have contact where someone's just gently present, doesn't want anything, not trying to therapize you, not trying to change you, nothing, just, oh, hi, yeah. Something gets calmer. And it's only when it gets calmer and quieter that we can start to see a little bit deeper into what was just going on. When it's happening in this activation, it's almost impossible.
Hmm. I wait, Isaac, I wait now for this kick again that I had when during you talked with Veresha. There was one point and it really makes, ooh. So like the energy goes up, out, all the things go out of my head and there is a rest inside. And now I wait again of this, ooh.
Good to
It's
see
funny.
that, yeah.
It's,
And it's just, why wait for anything? This is it, yeah.
oh.
When I speak, I hope I don't give the impression that relationships are bad. I just like to inquire and just to see what the mind does with that idea.
Yeah. So we know us so many years. I know you you can repeat it and repeat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
You know, and it's fun also to just when we have an when I ask in a retreat or something or in a meeting, who's married? And you see people raise their hands. And I ask, who's single? And I go, what does that mean? just looking through that lens. I'm single, I'm married. What changes? What's different? Can we still meet each other deeply, or what happens just in that label? Yes, I can meet you, but I can't meet you fully because, I can't really let life move through me like it wants to, because maybe someone will get upset, maybe I'll get tempted, or so.
Yeah, for me, that is not the point.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm married, I'm taken, I belong to someone. Or I'm here. I don't have a clue. Anyway.
I said to my partner, I marry you only when I stay together with that is really true for me. And he knowed you. He came one time, he came in the Christuskirche, and he said, it's too easy what's going on there. This is not my way like this. But when we married, I said to him, so it's only possible when this is clear. Yeah. And yeah, and still it's a point for him.
Yeah.
So it's a thing to deal with that, but for me it's clear. For that I asked you, help me to stay in that.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's not possible to me.
Yeah.
So I cannot live or stay with this feeling I have to belong to another person.
Yeah.
This is not possible. And I'm very grateful now. It's so nice to be with you, and the heart opens. And
Yeah. Thanks for giving a chance to explore all this fresh and new and looking and just seeing.
yeah,
I'd love
thank
to
you,
go to
Isaac.
gallery view for a moment and just check and see if
Thank you,
any guy.
Isaac.
Oh, thanks, Maria. Did anyone get any value from looking at that and exploring that? Yeah, some people did. Good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Not. Yeah.
Hi, Isaac.
Liliana.
I really enjoyed that because we've all been there somewhere sometime, and in the past I had an affair, and a person was much younger than me, and it was always a play, but it lasted for 2 years and a half, and I got attached. And it hurt immensely. And I'm thinking now that you spoke about meeting with a fresh into the nothing. And I have a feeling that if you practice or you're aware of that as much as one can be throughout certain cycle of a relationship, that you can give yourself or keep your peace and your
Yeah. So let's just explore something. You know,
yeah.
I hear this story. I'm attached. Let's just slow
Well,
that down and see, what does that actually mean?
oh,
Is there you that has chains on them, or what does attached mean? Or maybe it's not chains, maybe it's just a rope. Or what?
well, it probably is, but at the time you feel at the end, you know, it's a rope, but when you're in it, you well, I think that it's been touched on that you feel that togetherness and belonging and so on, which is a beautiful human
But
experience.
what does
But
what does attachment mean? That's what we're looking at.
oh, well, you kind of see a lot of future with that person. You already are not
Okay,
living in
so
the
there's
moment, I
so yeah,
suppose.
so there's what we're calling attachment is ideas, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and the
yeah.
ideas are more important
Oh,
than
yeah.
what?
Than living in the moment and enjoying the moment.
Ah, yeah, and are those ideas real?
No, they've been passed over and over from generations. The princess and the
And so
prince.
we say I'm attached, but what are we talking about? It's like what, a feeling
Yes.
and a me.
There's no longer you, and that's probably what you're missing and you're hurting because of that. And I've seen it happen, and yet I went along with it.
Yeah, so and again, who's the you that does that, and what exactly is it? You know, we just taking, I mean, I'm just curious, you
No,
know, we here,
no,
yeah, it's like, okay, I'm here. This instant, what can there be attachment to?
okay.
And who would be attached?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I can say I'm attached to my health, or I'm attached to an idea. But the truth, I mean, in this moment, is there such a thing? It's just an idea.
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I feel
And if
it. Yeah.
anything disrupts that idea, then
There's interest to pay.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow. It, yeah. Well, because if you experience life in the awareness as much as, and you keep on expanding, I suppose. I can only speak from where I'm at. So then you just enjoy the play, or you just yeah.
Yeah. So we here. So let's see if we can experience attachment. So how would we go about if we wanted to? Okay, so now we're seeing if we, you know, like, okay, we're on a Hollywood set, and the director says, look, I want someone who can really act attachment, yeah?
Well, there's a high level of insecurity, isn't it?
Yeah, so, and there's the attachment to that. I mean, there's that joke, you know, there's this very a yuppie, you know, the person who's got some money and they quite identified with the money, and They have a car
Yeah.
accident and he's sitting on the side of the road and he's going, "Oh, my BMW, oh, my BMW." And someone looks at him and says, "What happened to your arm?" And he looks and his arm is gone and he goes, "My Rolex, my Rolex."
Yeah. 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 All ideas, all concepts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
much so. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah.
And yet we worship. We put this attachment up on the altar and we say, "Oh, I'm attached." Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's real,
Yeah.
and there's a
Yeah.
me that's actually attached.
Yeah.
But actually, all it is strong feelings related to an idea coming up, with the opportunity to really explore and see what's going on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But I have to say that society does view people differently. And just like with anything else, but yeah. But you know, I mean, it's a funny thing, like I was attracting the wrong people. And then I thought, no, I've got to change something in me. And
So, let's look at that. We say I,
okay.
but really and truly what happens is the patterns, the unconscious patterns in you are what attracts someone, which has nothing to do with you. They're just unconscious
No.
patterns.
Yes. Wow. Oh, okay.
And those unconscious patterns a lot have to do with this idea of what will make me happy, and I'm not going to be happy until I get what I think is going to make me happy. And until then, this moment sucks. I'm not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like this waiting for a better moment when you finally get everything you've thought would make you happy, except it doesn't.
No. No. No.
So,
But I think
we're
that
here.
Yeah. But I think that the beauty of this work is that you learn and you see and you realize, well, you know what I mean?
Oh, there's a seeing, yeah, a deep seeing. Yeah.
There's a seeing that happiness exists for no reason. And that's
For
the
no
most
reason,
amazing,
right here.
most amazing thing. And if you can share that with someone, that's great. But if not, you're still, I keep on talking you, but I really mean really expanding into that awareness that the work is about. And I guess what we're here for, doing this. And I have a feel about it that's so beautiful, but I won't even put it into words because my mind is trying to do something and I'm going, no. What I feel is enough, for, yeah. So, wow. Well, thank you so much. I wasn't going to speak much because, like I said, I pulled myself out from the scene. And when the lady spoke, yeah, it was incredible. Ah, phew. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Liliana.
So conscious. Wow. Thank you.
Maria, Maria, Maria.
Okay. Thank you for the song.
Yeah. Are we having fun yet?
Yes,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
this little moment.
Yeah. I just thought of a joke, this where we meet someone, we say, "Oh, I love you. Will you marry me?" And then we spend the next 20, 30 years trying to change them.
Yeah. Yes. Step by step.
So crazy how the mind works, huh?
My mind is very tricky. He said on this level to change my partner. I want to do it, but it happens under that I want to do it. You understand?
Yeah.
And this morning I see it new
Ah, beautiful.
for the retreat. Let me be in a world for me,
Yeah, understand.
and it was much joy in me, and there was the feeling the others are with this joy, and I thought my partner was changed. And tomorrow I asked him if he can see something like this, and he said no. He only could see that he could more Spaß,
Enjoy.
Witze, joke make with me. That's what the only
How beautiful. Yeah,
yes.
nice.
And it was good to see.
Yeah.
And to see also there is for a few minutes come fear about, oh, can we go together? The next step and the next step. But I know we are married, but we are married because the Gesetz, the rechtlichen, don't know the English word.
The law.
Yeah, thank you. And we say, we look step by step, we can't know.
And we never know.
Yes.
We never know. This is the bottom line. We don't know. So beautiful to not know.
Yes. Okay.
We don't know when dying will happen. We don't know when anything.
I can see in the past when he sometimes must go for a few months away. Then is a deep sadness in me.
Oh.
But I couldn't say if it's really sadness or it is a longing or so. This sadness is so big that I until now I couldn't stay with it for a longer time in myself.
I understand. Yeah.
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 Too big. Attention. Okay. Enough
Yeah.
words.
Mm.
Can we stay a little bit quiet?
Mm. That's good.
Yes,
Mm.
very good.
Yeah, lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Mm. It looks like the Esther waving her hand.
Hi. Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Esther.
it feels like at least my mind is not at ease how it moves here. It feels like sitting with that unbearable lightness of being. Unbearable. And it still feels, it still feels like it's on the edge of exploding. You know, it's just. So they really can kill or so. Or makes me a little bit nervous for myself, actually. For myself. Can I ask you a practical question?
You just did.
Yeah, because I'm matched with as a language buddy for young women who comes from a country what was in war, I think, when she came to Holland. And the goal is that I help her to speak more clear Dutch. But I also see that she's very fast in fear, and then she blocks. And I don't know how to deal with it, because then teaching is, or learning a language is actually not possible, I guess.
Yeah, you know, like, look, we learn the most when we're playing.
Yeah.
So if you can find a way to play with her,
yeah,
and have fun with her, that's the best.
Yeah, I already thought, oh, let's make walks, but she doesn't like walks, so.
Let's make what?
Make a walk in nature and then talk.
Ah.
But she doesn't like to walk, so yeah,
Maybe she likes to bake something together with you. Or...
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I see in myself habit, you know, to pick books and to read stuff, but I don't know, it's not working for her so well.
Yeah, good. So we're learning.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And it sounds like it's interesting to you to find a way to meet that learning can happen.
Yeah, and it's touching something in me. Still touching something in me about not being seen, and then to sit with that too. And then Yeah. Well, now it sounds very easy, but my mind starts, oh, then I can't help her, and then she can't do her study, and la 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 la. So I don't have much sleep then in the night. So my mind's really busy with that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Cool, Esther.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to check again and again because it feels so new to stay in touch, of be in touch with someone and sitting like this. And every time I think, oh, now it can never happen again. But slowly, slowly, there comes more peace with it. I hope. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Isaac.
Vedanta, see.
Isaac.
Hi, Christian.
Hello, Isaac. I have one question that is bothering me a lot, and I asked it to the Hare Krishna people, and they answered from the Bhagavad Gita. But my question is, did the Anunnaki aliens from Egypt create humans by combining monkeys or cavemen with alien DNA? And because I feel like a slave, I feel trapped in this body, and I feel like the spirituality is becoming more like a god or an alien. And I don't like either alien, and I don't like slave or monkey. I don't like nothing. I just want to evaporate or something. I'm sorry if that was a stupid question.
No, it's any question. Just, sometimes there's a little gap in between two thoughts.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you can tell me what's in that gap in between those two thoughts, then I'm interested to see what you see in that microsecond in between.
Yeah. Okay. It's for the better audio.
Oops.
Yeah, I have a friend with me. Yeah,
There, the mind stops, huh?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No doubt, no problem, no trouble.
Mm.
Yeah. Simple, huh?
Huh?
Simple, huh?
Yes, better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay. I have a friend with me, and his question was like he's seeing geometrical patterns when he meditates, and he was wondering if that's what that means. Can you say something to that? Or?
Yeah, a lot of times when people take psychedelics, also they see those geometric patterns. Yeah.
Mm.
And really, the universe is made up of what? We say atoms, but it's just like patterns of intelligence. Yeah. So when the mind gets quiet, sometimes we can see that. Or, yeah, the world is not how we think it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's also very inspiring for me, because I'm kind of stuck in this mindy thing that I'm stuck and that I'm a slave or a primate or an alien. And if I see it maybe more like it's all like a Fata Morgana or Maya or just a pattern or a mandala, and that's kind of more dreamy. I prefer that like it's all colors and geometry, exact geometry.
So just very simply, if I ask you,
Mm.
do you know what's going on in this moment? No, we don't have a clue.
Mm.
We don't know what's going on in the bodying. We don't know what's going on in the universe. We don't know what's going on the planet.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't have a clue.
Yeah.
And we cannot describe it, yeah?
Yeah.
We can't. So when we realize that, we can just keep quiet. Because this moment we perceive through the senses, so it's information, but it gets interpreted through our conditioning and our trauma and all that, and then we have an idea of what's going on, but it's, in a way, it's a waking dream because it's interpreted. It's always interpreted. Yeah. Then that not knowing, that deep not knowing, we can relax there.
Yeah.
And just enjoy. Yeah. Okay, my friend. I think we've come to our time. Yeah, so welcome. Let me see your friend for a second. So just show me your friend's face. Where is he? Hello? Great. Okay, beloveds. Ciao for now. Another meeting Sunday. Yeah. Thanks, Sylvie, for hosting. Thank you all for showing up. And love, love.
Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh yeah. Oh 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 oh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, oh yeah, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, oh Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, oh Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
May come for Krishna to wake the love of God. May come for Krishna to wake the love of God. May come for Krishna for true liberation. May come for Krishna for sweet sensation. May come for Krishna to release anxiety. May come for Krishna to support humanity. May come for Krishna to reach my pleasure. My pleasure, my pleasure to reach my pleasure. Krishna Govinda Gopala, Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala, Krishna Murali Manohare Nandalala, Krishna Murali Manohare Nandalala.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Thank you, Sylvie.
You're welcome.
I have my stick on my mobile. Very good. Sylvie, how did you go with your mask and the lawyer?
I spoke with about 20 lawyer. How do you say that in English? Businesses, and
Yeah.
I couldn't find one. But yesterday I received an email from a lawyer who seems to be interested. So today I will hear definitely if he's gonna do it. So very excited.
Fantastic. I wish you all the best for it. Let us know how you're doing.
Yeah, I will.
What's happening?
Yeah, I find it very excited, and yeah, we'll see.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, all the best and